I'm weird, and I enjoy every second of mowing. Just saying, I really do. I enjoy it all. And I know I'm weird for saying it, but you know what, we're just gonna restart him at his first waypoint because I don't know where he needs to go. We'll just restart him. And okay. All right. To be honest, we're just gonna restart these guys too. He's on the left, okay, and then there's his counterpart. All right. So if anybody wants me to come mow your grass, like, I'm here for it. I enjoy it. Fun.
Never really enjoyed mowing grass.
Have you ever had a zero turn?
No.
That's probably why you didn't enjoy mowing grass.
I've had a rider, but not a zero turn.
Not a zero turn. Zero turns are fun, okay?
Only to men. Well, I don't know. Some women might get into that sort of thing, but...
Yeah, on ours, we have like 37, 38 horsepower. Fuel injected, like, oh.
Fuel injected?
Yes, it's got a computer just like your car. It is. It's fuel injected.
I hope it doesn't have a computer like my car.
Well, it does have a computer like a car.
Okay.
It actually does, yes.
Yeah, because my computer on my car has lost its marbles.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. I have some.
But no, it legit has a computer, yeah.
Yeah, I have problems with my car from time to time. And even the dealership can't figure out what's wrong with it.
Oh, wow. Did I almost get stuck? Oh, Alex, it's really dry here right now. There's no getting stuck at the farm. Enjoy mowing grass with a cold beer in hand? Now, I have not done that. I've not done the cold beer in hand part. More power to you. More power to you. Must be a
tab for 15 minutes.
Amy Skate says it must be a Ford.
No, it's a Nissan. Almost as bad. Or just as bad. Nah, it's really weird because, like, sometimes it's fine, but then there's days I go out there to start it and it will give me a systems key error.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, well, then it just won't start.
Interesting. All right,
and,
so
yeah.
Since Harry's in here now, we can. Harry.
Yeah.
Hello. Hold on, man.
Nothing much.
All right. You want to grab the other cedar, and
yep.
I'm gonna go work on herbiciding fields. You can have the cedars out in the field there on the.
Oh, okay. I was gonna pull out a Seahawk, but
you can have the big one. We'll upgrade you to the big boy, okay?
With your tractor?
Yeah, I'll let you drive my tractor.
Never thought I'd see the day. Although I did steal it.
I see you totally just stole it.
Yeah, you did steal it one time.
It was Grand Theft Tractor up in here.
And I was like, geez, I wouldn't even do that.
This guy, I swear to it.
Grand Theft Tractor.
Comes in out of nowhere, sounds just like Carson, steals my tractor. Gosh. How long have you even been following, Harry? I don't even know.
Since my senior year of high school, so like 4 or 5 years, I think. I think like 2021 is the official date.
Way to make me feel old. Okay, cool. All right.
He's still wet behind the ears too.
Oh God.
Jeez, all these little kids.
It is better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Yes. It is, but he didn't. He just took it. And it was gone.
He didn't ask for forgiveness later, either.
No, I just drove away. And that was that. And I was like, well, okay, bye, tractor. Have a good life. It was nice knowing you.
I forgot to turn my GPS on, but you know what? It did it.
Yay. Let's go. Oh, goodness. Insta story. Going to ditch with deep ruts from me? No. In a ditch with deep from me, Obels? Did somebody hack my Instagram? Oh my god. I just opened my Instagram and apparently my volume was set to 100%.
Oh, wow.
And Millennial Farmer, something from Millennial Farmer just started playing and it was really loud and it kind of scared me a little bit, not gonna lie.
How do you change your lines to the other direction?
And alt and Obelix, I posted 2 things on Instagram yesterday and it was the gourd arch and like a close-up of a gourd. Was that not yesterday? Or, no, I didn't post anything yesterday. It was Monday. I don't typically post on Mondays, to be honest. That was Sunday I posted that. I didn't post anything yesterday. Because it would still be there today. No, I didn't post anything yesterday. Yeah, Sunday was the gourd arch and that gourd that I zoomed in on. But yeah, I didn't. That was really loud, by the way. I don't know what that was from Millennial Farmer, but it was really loud. And it kind of startled me a little bit, not gonna lie. Wait, Obelix, did you see that picture that I posted on Instagram a while back? That had the deep ruts in like the ditch and it's kind of blurry all around it because I like blurred out stuff. Is that the one? Because that's like an actual post, not a story. But that was from a while ago. You're making me pull up my Instagram. Okay, his thing just did that again, and I... Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was from like a while back, Obos. That was from like May. Or something. Yeah. Yeah, that was from like May. So that's from a minute ago. Yeah, I didn't get stuck that day. I thought about getting stuck that day, but I did not get stuck. I've only had to have Dad pull the... I've only had to, like, have assistance getting the zero turn out of a ditch one time. That zero turn. And that was 4th of July, 2023. Is when I got stuck with that zero turn. Oh. Dad, I've had to pull Dad out of a ditch a couple times. With the old zero turn. Yeah. And then... Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a while back. Was a technical glitch, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember posting anything yesterday. I was tired yesterday. Like, I don't remember posting anything.
You don't even remember drinking Gatorade Saturday night.
I don't. 40 ounces of it, too. And I know I filled it up because Dad watched me. And I said something to him about it, and he goes, yeah, you filled that up with Gatorade. I'm like, okay, I don't remember drinking it. Because Dad was in the kitchen that night when I did it, because I filled it up with my the nugget ice from the nugget ice maker. Put a whole bunch of that in there, so it's like super yummy, you know. The whole thing. Anyway,
I thought about getting one of those because I hate ice trays.
yeah.
But I live in an apartment where I have a galley kitchen.
Okay.
Don't really have a lot of counter space,
Yeah.
but
They don't. At least the one that I got. I mean, it really doesn't take up a lot of room. I know you don't have a lot of room. I get that.
yeah.
They're not bad.
Um,
Bad at all.
what was I gonna ask? Oh, if you don't have it filled with water, but you still have it turned on, does it like try to make ice and doesn't, or it just
It'll.
keeps it frozen?
Well, so here's the thing. There's not, at least the one that I have, and I don't know if there's fancier ones that are different, but the one that I have, the only thing that keeps the ice is that it makes more.
Right.
There is not a frozen chamber
Oh,
for the
okay,
ice.
gotcha.
It's kind of insulated. So the way it actually is, your ice, when it falls out of the maker, it goes into like a basket. The basket has holes in the bottom.
Okay.
So the water, your ice is like kind of always melting and making more ice.
Oh, okay.
So the videos I saw online of people complaining about them are like, oh, they get full of mold and they get this and they get that. Well, it's like, and then finally somebody's like, if you're going to run the thing, run it. Leave it on all the time. If it stays cold, you don't have issues with mold.
Right.
It's the when you let it get hot and it's still moisture in there, then obviously you're going to have mold issues. So like, I haven't had an issue with mine, but I don't turn it off. Now it turns itself off when it gets full or when it runs out of water. But also when it gets full, you think about it, your ice is melting. So after a while it will try to run again. And if there's room, it'll make more ice. So it showed that photo as a third story and you were confused because there was no sound. Well, that's just awkward as all get out. Okay. That's very strange. OS. Okay. But yeah, so because we use mine constantly, like dad and first time get into it early in the morning. I fill up my water thing every day, at least once, sometimes twice a day. And I'll empty almost the whole basket into my 40 ounce water thing here.
Right.
Before I go to the farm or I'm going to go out mowing, I always fill up my water bottle with it as well. So I have nice cold water, Gatorade, lemonade, whatever. We use it constantly. Aunt uses it all the time. First time takes a cup of ice every night to bed with him. Like scroll Twitter and like chew on ice every night. So like we're constantly using the thing. So I mean, I add water to it like probably every other day.
Oh, okay.
So it's just and I don't take the basket out and like pour the water at the bottom. I just pour the water on top of the ice because it's gonna melt the ice anyway and refreeze it. So what's it matter, you know? I mean, typically I refill it with water when it's empty of ice anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now I did see a fancier one, but I think it was a little bigger. But it actually had like an ice dispenser.
Oh, I
So
haven't
you
seen
could
one
just
of
like
those.
put your cup to it and it would fill your cup up. Mine you have to use like a scoop. Which I don't mind the scoop, especially putting it in my like water bottle thing.
Right.
And I actually use, and you might know what this is, an old canning funnel.
Mm-hmm.
I use that to fill my water bottle because it's like right about the right size. So I can just dump the ice in the canning funnel and away you go. The whole thing.
Yeah, I miss those days. I used to
Canning?
do a lot of. Oh gosh, yeah. I used to do a lot when my kids were little. 'Cause
I
we always had a really nice garden, and I canned green beans and tomatoes and anything that I could can that we grew. I did it.
yeah.
Oh, it saved so much money on grocery shopping.
I despise those days.
Oh, I loved them.
Well,
There was one year. It was really funny. My husband planted a row of cucumbers on his day off, and we had talked about planting a row of cucumbers. Well, I didn't know he did it. It was a failure to communicate.
ah.
And so the next day I had off, I planted a row of cucumbers.
Oh no.
We had cucumbers coming out of our ears. We couldn't give them away. So I'm sitting here looking at all these cucumbers, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these? And
That's
so I called my mother-in-law, and she
pickle.
said, "Can 'em, make pickles."
Yep.
And I'm like, I never thought about that. So I canned 80 something quarts of kosher dill pickles.
Oh, that's a
Oh, my
lot.
kids loved it. My kids love pickles, and they went through those things in no time. I was like, oh. So every year after that, we planted 2 rows of cucumbers, and I
Oh, wow.
canned a lot of cucumbers or pickles.
We did, we would make like tomato sauce,
Hmm.
and it was kind of a generic tomato sauce, but that was like the base for lasagna sauce, like
Oh,
the
right,
sauce we
yeah,
would make for lasagna. So we did a lot of that a couple of years there. Grew all the
I did.
tomatoes, you know.
Yeah, I was. Well, I was nursing. I was working 12-hour shifts,
Yeah.
so we were doing a lot of casseroles, and in a lot of my casseroles, you have tomatoes,
Yep.
and yeah, I canned the tomatoes for that, and I also made my own salsa
Oh, okay.
every year because we grew everything to make salsa with.
Sure, sure. So you might as
So
well.
yeah, might as well.
We canned pumpkin for a couple of years.
I've never canned pumpkin.
My sister she used to be real big into making pumpkin scones.
Ah.
I know it's not like fancy, right? But
Mm-hmm.
she would make them, and especially Dad would just go crazy for them. They were okay. But she made that for a long time there growing up. So we would can pumpkin for that. We would can, like I said, the tomato sauce. A lot of that because mom used to make lasagna all the time. It was so good.
Her signature dish.
It was so good, yeah.
Yeah.
Which everybody freaks out because she used to put cottage cheese in her lasagna.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people are, no, it's got to be ricotta. And
No.
it's like, she did cottage cheese, and it was delicious.
I've
Although,
had lasagna with cottage cheese in it, and yeah, it is very good.
it was always better the second day.
Of course it is.
We
Stuff
used
like
to,
that's always better the second day.
we used to make it and literally just put it right in the fridge and then get it out the next day, throw it back in the oven.
Yeah.
Your anspig, I gotcha. But what else did we can? A lot of tomato. A lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, we always canned a lot of tomatoes and a lot of green beans.
That one year I can remember bringing home from the farm. That's where we grew most of our stuff, was at the farm. But we would bring home like 5-gallon bucket loads of tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to like cook them and puree them, and then you'd run them through that thing with like the wooden round thing, and you take out all the seeds and the skin.
Oh, I didn't. Well, you were making sauce. So,
Yeah.
no, I left everything but the skin.
Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? What's popping? Welcome. I'm trying to think what else we can, though, besides pumpkin. We probably did some green beans and stuff like that. Oh, did we do corn?
And see, we always grew corn. Corn's kind of picky.
Maybe we
never,
didn't can the corn. I remember. No, I guess we froze the corn.
We never had a lot of corn, but there was one year we did have quite a bit of corn, and I tried canning it and freezing it with no luck. I couldn't. The corn just didn't like me for some reason.
I know that one year we had a ton of sweet corn, and we made cream corn out of it because my grandma liked it. And there was a few years there where we were making food for grandma and basically grandma and my aunt that lives with us now, but they lived like in a condo. And we would make up a bunch of stuff and throw it in a cooler and take it down and put it in grandma's freezer. Sometimes she knew we were doing it, and sometimes she didn't know. It was like, yeah, here's a bunch of food, Oh. Turbo 1984 gaming, it is going well, man. How are you doing today? How is Turbo 1984? Turbo 1984. Did you have the turbo for the NES? Because that was the best thing ever. Just saying. Just saying. You got a cucumber. Yep. Oh, bells, I get you. Yep, yep. All right, we need to go move this other sprayer real quick, chat. We have a few weeds to take care of, so I'm gonna be moving stuff around a little bit here. Doing well. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you following and saying hi in the chat and all that good stuff, you know? All that good stuff. Do appreciate it. Gosh, I feel like there's something else we can. Oh, that one year I think we did all the pumpkin. Like, we didn't have air conditioning at the time. I mean, we did, but it was broken, didn't work, couldn't afford to fix it, right? So we ended up with a camping stove in our backyard.
And see, I went across that spot and my cedar got stuck.
Again?
What? Yeah, and I went across where you're supposed to, and it got stuck.
Give me a minute. I can come help you. Hang on, let me get this going first. So I remember we had like all the burners on the stove cooking stuff down, and then like a camping stove in the backyard cooking stuff. It was miserable. It was absolutely.
It's warm because still warm weather when you're canning, but.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, especially like I said, not having air conditioning. Not that that would have helped much. It was pretty bad. And then, so we didn't have an attic fan even back in the day.
Oh wow.
But what we had, and
we didn't either.
This is like super redneck. But we had a giant fan. I don't even know where it came from. We had this giant fan that Dad had. Can we try back? Oh, there we go. Okay. Like the shank was hooked on the train track.
I don't know why it does that.
But way back in the day, so we didn't have an attic fan or anything. So Dad had this big fan. I think that was, I don't even know. Once upon a time, it was on the farmhouse at the farm. But basically, we just mounted this giant fan over one of the bedroom windows on the back of the house. And so if you wanted air moving through the house, you had to go in that bedroom, plug the fan in, and then open, like, you know, windows in other parts of the house. And that actually worked surprisingly well for years. And then we finally decided to, like, install an attic fan. And attic fans are great.
So sorghum in this field, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty. Oh,
John, can you come move me as well? I'm not trying to look through my settings to figure out what lumberjack he is and then get whacked by the train.
So you want me to tell you it's just double tap left alt?
Yeah, but that don't work for me because it takes me back to my desktop. So I don't know why.
Oh. Okay. Get in the tractor and drive. I'll, why are you stuck? You're stuck way back here, huh?
Yeah, I do not know.
Shoot, guys. There you go. Or if you just hold left alt, it should give you the white, like, reticle. But it's all good. I got you. No big deal. It's nothing a little super strength can't handle, right?
Sure. Yeah, I tried switching it in the, I guess, main menu of the game, but did not translate.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, Harry, tell us about all the canning you did growing up. Because you're old like us, right?
What was that, like 2 years ago? He still ain't grown up.
I remember like it was yesterday.
No, you're fine. My girlfriend's mom makes great canned tomato sauce and
oh yeah,
what salsa and all that stuff. Green beans.
That's cool. You didn't do any canning growing up?
Did not. No.
That's sad.
Yeah, I think canning is going to become a lost art
form. 100%.
Yeah, it just most people don't realize the value of it.
Do most people even like garden anymore?
Exactly.
I mean, I know we don't really garden anymore besides pumpkins.
Yeah,
I guess we do have asparagus.
Yeah, my son's father-in-law and mother-in-law, they do a lot of gardening and canning.
Gotcha.
But they live out in the country, so you know.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Oh, that's what we did that one year. We picked strawberries. the hell wouldn't have it, right? We picked strawberries. So we used to have let's see, 3 rows of strawberries in the north garden. And then out front, like we'll say front like west part of the farm, we had where there used to be an old shed, we had like 5 or 6 rows of strawberries there. And then I think out east on the we kind of had different varieties, so we kept them separated on the farm. So we at one time we had 3 spots of different like rows of strawberries. And we had a lot of strawberries there for many years. And that one year, God, we picked and picked and picked strawberries. And we brought them all home. And I mean, by the 5-gallon bucket, basically, we were bringing strawberries home, right? And we made, I guess you'd call it jam or preserves, you know? And oh my goodness, was that stuff good?
Oh, yeah.
That stuff was awesome. I mean,
I had
once you put that much sugar in it, of course it's good.
Yeah, true. I had a friend that had a blackberry farm.
Oh.
And they grew the blackberries, the long, skinny, I don't know what variety they were, but they were really huge blackberries. And I bought blackberries from her for years and made blackberry jam.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good stuff.
And there was this old couple, she's still living, he's passed away now, but they used to love going to the farm and they would pick strawberries. And they made strawberry wine out of it. Oh, you talk about good. I've told the story a million times, but they gave us a bottle of it. And it sat around our house forever because nobody really, you know, was into drinking. And one night we were baking cookies at like Christmas, right? Or right before Christmas. And for some reason we decided to crack that open. And man, we never had so much fun baking cookies before. All right, let me tell you. Everybody was relaxed and chilled out, but having a good time. We drank the bottle between like, I don't know, 5 of us, so we didn't have that much. I don't know how strong that stuff was, but it was strong.
Good times, good times.
And it tasted so good.
So I'm not a wine drinker. I cannot. Well, I'm not a drinker, period, because I can't get past the smell of any kind of adult beverage.
Well, Bell says if we want
get past the smell.
If we want apples, we just need to bring a wheelbarrow. Holy cow! Interesting. I could go for some like fresh peaches and make a nice fresh peach cobbler. Yeah, peach cobbler's so good.
Dutch oven peach cobblers. Oof, they're so good.
Bring it on. A little vanilla ice cream or a little frozen Cool-Whip, maybe. Either one.
Sir.
Ice cream's better, but you know, I'll take Cool-Whip if I have it. We used to have a grocery store in town that made like fresh peach cobbler every day in their deli. I don't know if they still do, but I need to find out. 'Cause it's so good. But again, you put that much sugar with anything healthy and it's gonna be good. So.
Yeah, I have a very easy recipe for peach cobbler. Anybody can make it.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Even a caveman?
Yeah. He had an oven.
Well.
I mean, all it requires is 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of milk.
That's it?
Okay. You put that in your casserole dish.
Okay.
This makes enough to feed, say, 3 people, 4. It, you know, depends on how much you want to eat.
So, like Dad and I. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. You just mix that up together, put it in your casserole dish. Then you take your canned peaches or whatever you got. You drain most of the juice off of the peaches.
Sure.
Because it just makes it too soupy, I guess.
Yeah.
Pour those in the middle, or you can spread them around. I usually spread mine around, and then you take half a stick of butter or so and cut it up, place it on top, put it in the oven on 350 for like 30-45 minutes, and you got peach cobbler. The crust rises up over the peaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is so good.
Oh. Interesting. I have to try that because I do love me a peach cobbler. Super yummy.
My aunt taught me how to do that. Oh gosh, too many years ago to mention.
It's just
She
like
used to-
true.
Yeah, she used to call it her cup of peach cobbler.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, you can't get any easier.
No.
Now, my grandmother, when she made peach cobbler, she made it the old-fashioned way. Everything was from scratch, and she made her own dough and cut it into long strips, and
Oh.
yeah. But she always baked hers in an iron skillet stove in the oven. Yeah. Oh.
You betcha. You don't have enough peaches to give away. Well, that's okay, I guess. There's places that have peaches. There's these things called grocery stores, right? Who needs farms? We have grocery stores.
Exactly. What are they going to do when there's no more farms and no more grocery stores?
I was going to say plant-based everything, but I guess you need a farm for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least a lab, maybe. A greenhouse?
Or greenhouse everything, which...
Gross.
Yeah, I know.
But you could, I guess, if you had to. I don't know. One of these days we'll figure out that we need to quit getting rid of our farmland, I guess. Probably not. Not for a while. Who knows? Not my fight to fight, you know. I don't have the money to buy a bunch of farmland and keep it from being turned into houses, so. Here's hoping that lottery ticket hits tonight, chat, you know?
There you go.
Because I'm buying land. I know the first dirt I'll buy, too. It's my dad's cousin's. That would be the first ground I'd go buy. I will make him an offer he cannot refuse. And that's that.
Does he farm it?
Yes. He's also about 80. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because his farming days are almost over.
Basically, so he worked, he had a full-time city job for, you know, a career, right? He retired from that. And so he doesn't farm for the money because he's living on a pension. He worked for a government job is what he did in his, you know, his career. So he has a good pension. And I guess his wife, I guess she has a pension from something too. So like he doesn't need the money. So he just farms for fun.
Wow.
That's it. And like even throughout his like working career, farming was always like a fun like weekend thing to go do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the best of both worlds, you know. He worked a city job and, you know, has the off-farm job too. And so, you know, he had good health insurance and pension and all that too. He's living life. But, you know, climbing a grain bin at 80 with 2 fake knees and, you know, maybe not the best idea.
Yeah.
Because Dad was, I doubt this will happen, but Dad was even kind of talking about now that Dad has free time. You know, maybe going to his cousin saying, hey, you need some help this fall. We'll come help you out. You know, because Dad can climb up in a tractor and go drive back and forth on the field, you know. And Dad would love to do it, too. And I'd be right there, too. Like, put me in, coach. Let's go. It would be really cool to work the ground on the farm that, like, my grandpa was born at, you know?
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Like, my first guy, the first person with my last name, you know, Mr. Plow, the first one. My last name's not Plow, but for the story it is. When he came over from Germany, this is ground that he owned.
Oh, wow.
Like, and it's still in the family, so.
Oh, that's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Elm Creek 4X by Stevie. Stevie does not currently post his mods, at least to my knowledge, in the mod hub. If you are interested, you can type !Stevie in the chat, and it'll get you a link to his YouTube channel as long as it's there today.
It was there yesterday.
Because it wasn't there on Friday, but hopefully it's still there. And you can search up his Elm Creek videos on his YouTube, and he puts a link in the description of his videos. So I know that's a bit complicated, but basically you can find it on his YouTube.
I think I think now he has a link to him. Maybe his Google Drive on his Facebook page too.
Does he finally have that after Friday little incident?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so click on his YouTube link there. That'll take you to Stevie's YouTube, and then, like I said, search up M Creek, and the link will be in the description of a video to download that particular map. And we're not on the open one. I don't really know what the difference is between the regular Elm Creek 4X and the open one. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. So, but it's a thing. Okay, I don't need to fertilize 29, right? Because that's soy. Oh, hey, did we forget to switch planters?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it though.
That's fine. We won't talk about it.
What is he planting?
He's fixing. He's fine. It's all good. It is all.
I can't say anything. Just one day I was planting sunflowers when I was supposed to be planting something else.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It's all good. Oh, it's in his Facebook group. Not sure about his actual page. Okay. No, I don't know anything more than we knew on Friday, which was basically nothing. So, not a clue. Somebody said community guidelines, but they didn't say what. I have no way of knowing, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could, like, DM the guy, but gotta let it go. None of my business, you know? None of my business.
I think he said content. I think Stevie put out a thing on his Facebook that said content violations or something like that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but I don't even get what that means.
I don't either.
Unless he was using, like, copyright music in his videos. Possibly. Or maybe, you know, I heard, so I don't know how many of you guys know about Stream Beats. It's by that guy Harris Heller. He has a YouTube and stuff, and basically it's his record label, quote unquote. And he's basically said, hey, I'm making this music for streamers. Anybody can use it. Here's like the legal documents through his Discord. Like you can go and get them. And apparently they're endorsed by Twitch as being like, you can use them on Twitch. They're copyright free, right? Technically they're not copyright free, but Harris isn't going to go. He technically owns the copyright, but he's not going to go after anybody for using them. So technically, this music here, this is Stream Beats. And I just have it kind of playing in the background and whatever, I crank it up. Anyway, apparently they're endorsed by Twitch as being safe for Twitch. But sometimes the Twitch algorithm will still catch them and mute VODs that have them. Which is kind of interesting. So, like, you know, the robots aren't perfect, right? The robots are smart, but they're not perfect. And so maybe it was something like that, where the robots caught something that, you know, was on his channel, but actually it was okay to use. Or I don't know. I don't know. So, it was awkward and confusing, I'll tell you that much. It definitely was. All right, so 32. They've got it over halfway done now.
That's good.
Oh,
That's progress.
it's something, all right.
I have yet to purchase 32 on my farm. I don't think I will.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It could be, Sean. It could have been a mistake on Google's end. Okay, how do I block this number, chat? Block. All right, we're gonna block that number. Okay.
That might have been Stevie calling you to tell you why they.
That was definitely not. It was a text.
Ah.
And definitely was not Stevie. We'll just say this much because you guys know I'm not about it. It was political, asking for money. So we'll just go ahead and block that number and, you know, put the phone back on the charger. And no, I'm not saying which side it was because it doesn't matter. I don't do that, so just saying. Anyway. Not a fan.
That's the only thing that me and my son argue about is political.
I don't talk politics with anybody.
I won't. I've got where I won't even talk to him about it because he gets really riled up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, my buddy Casey tries to talk politics with me all the time, and I just kind of look at him and go, uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's pretty much how I respond to him. And then usually it's, okay, I gotta go, man. I gotta go do something. I just don't want to talk about politics with anybody.
No, I don't either.
Huh?
I'm the same way.
Do what?
I'm the same way.
There's no winning, first off.
No.
No.
And it's not even worth having the conversation.
Exactly.
I see. Now what's going on? How are you? Or he'll try to like talk like religion, and that's another one. You guys know politics, religion, and personal finance. Just there's no winners in any of those conversations. So just why even have them? You know?
Exactly.
And just just saying. No, I'm doing, man. I'm just, you know, here murdering some weeds. Putting some herbicide down. I got 2 sprayers going on herbicide. I got 2 sprayers going on fertilizer. And we've got 2 planters of seeding 100 feet at a time each. So we're doing it, man. We're doing it. Sorry, and I got like the hiccups over here, so you know, we're fine. Living life. Loved the snowrunner stream yesterday, did you? Let's go. It was fun. We'll play it again. I don't know, maybe next Monday. Or no, next Monday we're playing ATS.
Oh, that's right.
We're flipping the script on you guys.
I gotta go buy my charger.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that.
Just go in. I think you can just go to any dealer and
Buy a
I
car.
think you can do it online now. You don't even have to visit the dealer. You can just buy it online.
Okay. I got you.
I'm thinking. I'll let you know.
Especially when my truck decided to. Look at the size of the sprayer. What, compared to the field? Is that what you're getting at, Dan? Yeah, that truck was very, it's very top heavy, especially when you throw like two things of cargo on there. I'm gonna hopefully not use that truck too much more. But that's okay. So this is 133 feet boom. That's kind of an odd number, but I mean, if you compare that to real life, it's, you know, 130 foot boom's pretty good. Same. But it's okay. I mean, we're getting the job done. At least we're not in field 32. Yet. Notice I said yet? Oh boy. But that's okay. It's fine. It's all good. I mean, technically the cedars that we have, they're 100-footers. And we planted field 32, which is the bottom right field. Kimmy and I planted that earlier in like an hour and 20 minutes. So hopefully the goal is here when they get done fertilizing, which obviously they're in the process of fertilizing. When they get done, since they're already set up there, I'll just switch them to herbicide and send them back out there on their way. And they'll get it done pretty fast because they don't have to go refill. It's the refilling process that takes forever on fertilizing. Especially because apparently there's no fertilizer down here at our cow farm anymore. So they're unfortunately having to drive all the way up north. I guess I could have used the tanker. I could have brought the tanker down here for them. Probably should have done that. Oh well. It's fine. They're almost done. Oh, kind of. Almost done. Kind of, not really. 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 Kind of, not really All of your fields on your single player are small and never used a big one. Really? Gotcha. So we've got a case sprayer. We got a, I don't know, maybe we need to consolidate. Because we have a case, we have a John Deere, and we have 2 tow behinds now. And they're all different size booms, I believe. I think. We're going to, hang on. We're going to investigate this actually now. So this one is 36.6 meters. And then if we come in here, so that's 36 meters. So you could run those together. And then this one's 42.2. So like, personally, I rather use the tow behinds because of their capacity. And they go the same speed as, they go 22 miles an hour, so. You love a good investigation. Like Inspector Gadget over here. Or wait, he inspects things. Does he investigate? Been a while since I've seen that. Just saying. Oh man, you want to see good investigations? Have y'all ever watched the show The First 48?
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Not.
You haven't seen that one, Harry?
Nope.
I like criminal shows.
So if you like criminal shows, this is like real stuff though. It's like real,
Right, yeah.
like people that get cat, you know, they get the hole puncher brought out on them. But it's a really, really good show. So,
I used to watch Almost Got Away with It, where they escape from prison and then
oh yeah,
get so far and then they get caught again.
nice.
Did you guys hear about that man in Florida who got arrested trying to break into jail because he wanted to visit his buddy?
He got no.
It would be in
Yes.
Florida.
It would be
I think that
that.
happened over the weekend.
That is a Florida man story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Investigation Discovery. You know, I don't think we have that, but Dad would love that. Dad watches
I have
all
this-
the Datelines and the
Oh, I do too.
2020s.
Yep. Dateline and what's
Yeah.
the other one?
2020.
There's another one too.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh,
What's the other one?
I'll
I don't-
think of it in a minute.
Most people don't break into jail, right?
Yeah, they got him for breaking and entering and burglary, but I don't understand the burglary charge. What was he gonna steal? His friend?
What was he trying? He must have been trying to steal something.
But he claimed he was wanting to visit with his friend.
Yeah,
Now
Unsolved
he can
Mysteries.
visit
You
with
ever,
him a lot longer.
you ever watch that one, Kimmy? Unsolved?
What?
Unsolved Mysteries?
I didn't really care for that one.
That one used to freak me out, man. The music, the guy, like the old Unsolved Mysteries back in the day.
Yeah.
That used to creep me out, man. I remember my
Oh, this
sister
would
was
drive me
real big
nuts.
into it, so it was always on our TV because my sister, and freaked me out, man. You don't
That's
like
gonna drive
ones?
me nuts now because there's another show like Dateline.
America's Most Wanted.
No.
Well, 2020 is like Dateline.
Yeah, but there's another one.
Okay.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
What channel is it on?
NBC or CBS? One of the
NBC is
two.
2020.
Okay.
Or and now NBC is Dateline.
Okay, so it must be on
ABC
CBS.
is 2020.
Yeah, it must be on CBS then.
60 Minutes?
No,
They don't do that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's more like
No.
news.
no, this is just like Dateline, but it's a different name, and I can't think of the name of it. I'll watch it religiously. Ah,
Criminal Minds.
oh, I love that show too.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Well, I used to. The new shows I don't care for.
I was forced to watch that. Whenever we would go to Brother's house in northern Missouri, his wife was obsessed with Criminal Minds. But if you
I-
talked during the show, you would get yelled at.
Oh wow,
She
I'm not
was-
that obsessed with it.
She was serious about it, or you would get glared at for sure. 48
What?
hours?
That's it.
That's
48
it.
hours.
48 hours. There you go, Dan. Dan got it.
Thank you, Dan.
Stan, what's
hours.
going on? How are you?
That would have really drove me nuts. I would have had to tab out and go find it. Yeah, but 48 Hours is just like Dateline. It's
Yeah.
really good.
I think Dad watches those too, honestly.
I used to watch all the CSIs.
See, I couldn't get into any of the
CISs.
CIA.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, what got me into the CSIs were the original one in Las Vegas.
Hmm.
A couple of the people on there, I liked their acting, and then when CSI New York, it had Lieutenant Dan. Gary Sinise played on it, so that kind of got me hooked on that one.
Gotcha. Bones? I've never watched that show.
My daughter liked that show. I never cared for it.
Keith Morrison is like the GOAT, yes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Stan, I'm doing great. Doing great. Do you know Keith Morrison was
Matthew Perry's
stepdad?
I did not know that until Matthew Perry died.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was like, wow.
I think most people probably didn't know. To be honest. SWAT. Scoot's a SWAT guy. Never watched it. I used to watch FBI with my dad. Like the FBI shows on CBS.
Yeah, they had like 4 of them, though. They were hard to keep up with.
X-Files. Dude, X-Files kind of used to freak me out, too. A little bit.
My dad was a big X-File fan.
First time. Used to be. But yeah, most people, probably didn't know, Keith Morrison. Because the night it happened, when Matthew Perry died, and, TMZ's there and all the cameras, and then you just see, like, Keith Morrison.
Keith Morrison, and I know.
And he's, like, walking behind the police tape, and you're just like, what the hell's he doing there? Is he working on a story already? Like,
oh, they're quick.
Man, let him, like, at least, get hauled away first or something. Like, jeez. And then it's like, oh, he's a stepdad. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. It's like, this is weird. Very strange, but yeah, that's okay. X-Files. Fringe? I've never watched that.
What?
Fringe? The show?
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's all right. All right, so wait, what did I say the boom sizes were on these things?
36 meters, 40-something meters.
Okay, so this one's 40.2, and the JD is 36. So if I set up the JD, the herbicide, the big field, and then copy it to this other one, then technically I can use both self-propelled sprayers on that field, the herbicide. Okay, that's what I'll do. Because the other sprayers, they're still out there doing their thing.
Are you sure? Because this looked that way for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, they had to go fill up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh. That's interesting. Mom and Dad used to watch like House, or not, well, they watched House, but like Monk. Y'all ever watch Monk? That was a weird one.
I didn't care for that show.
Yeah, they loved it. There's another one too. I don't know. There's a bunch of shows they used to watch. I never cared for half of them. That's okay. All based on science. Monk was cool. Dad, I'll walk through the living room sometimes and he's still watching Monk. Like, randomly, if it's on, he'll watch it. Mind Hunter.
Oh, that's a good show on Netflix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know Criminal Minds, the BAU? Mindhunter's like the beginning of that unit in like the 80s.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So, like, back in ancient history, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, the 80s. Where all the oldies music comes from, you know? Oh, wait, that's the 90s now.
Did anybody ever watch Boston Legal?
Wait, watch which one?
Boston Legal.
No.
Oh, my goodness. That show was so good, and it was...
Just Charlie Conway from
It was
Miami
about
Dolphins.
lawyers. And it had James Spader in it, and William Shatner.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a different kind of legal system.
We used to watch Wings a lot growing up. You ever watch that one?
Wings, yeah.
At the
Yeah.
airport?
Mm-hmm.
Or Frasier? Frasier was always on, I feel
Frasier
like.
was hilarious. His brother Niles, I loved him.
But I couldn't
He was
stand
so funny.
Seinfeld.
No, I did not like
Couldn't
Seinfeld. I do not like
No.
the person
Jerry.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, I can't
Yep.
stand him.
And there's another guy on there that I can't stand, and it was because of the show, the movie Pretty Woman.
Okay.
The bald-headed guy,
Yeah.
Gary's friend.
George.
Yeah, I cannot stand him because of the part he played in Pretty Woman.
Oh.
I don't know. It was weird. I'll back up and move over.
Nick, what's going on,
Gary.
man? How you doing today?
Okay.
You know.
What's
start.
poppin'? Oh, man.
And over the weekend, I watched Pretty Woman again.
Did you?
It's the first time that's the first time I'd seen that movie in years.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a minute. Wow. You're good? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
And I also didn't watch Raymond. What was the name of that show?
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, I didn't care for him.
Oh my God, I hate that show. I don't hate much in life, but my aunt, she loves that show. But she also kind of thinks that it's a documentary and not a comedy, like a
really?
scripted show. Well,
Okay. Yeah.
you know who I'm talking about, my aunt. Like,
Yeah.
and so she'll sit there and like complain at the TV. Well, I can't believe she yells at him like that. And it's like, if all you're gonna do is complain about it, quit watching it.
Yeah,
Just-
I never liked that show.
You pre-ordered Farm Sim 25 with year 1 on PS5. Let's go. GG's. Oh, it's on in my house every single day. That show's in syndication for like ever now, right?
Yeah.
Reruns. Every day, and she complains about it every day. And it's like, I just want to bash my head into the side of the refrigerator. You know? Every day. I had to go listen to X-Files theme song to get creeped out again. How about the Unsolved Mysteries one? That one used to freak me out, man. I don't know if I could watch it today even. Like
Yeah, I never really cared for that show.
it would have some like core childhood trauma like for me. So, I don't know if I could watch it. I probably could. It would be funny.
I say I can watch a good slasher movie, and that stuff doesn't bother me.
But I was also like 7 watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Well, true.
Or like 5.
Well, I used to be really young watching X-Files, and you know, my dad he loved that show, and you know, that stuff freaked me out just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember watching a lot of X-Files. I know they, like my brother, a couple of my brothers watched it, but. Oh, what was that one? Oh my God, there was a show. It was about the Canadian Royal Mounted Police or something. Oh, what was the name of
I
that
know the
show?
name. I know the show you're talking about, but I don't. That's been many, many years ago.
My Due South. My sister and one brother were all about that show. Goosebumps theme song gave you chills. I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. Haunted story show on Lifetime. That was Unsolved Mysteries. Due South. Yeah, my sister and one brother were always watching that too. It was a whole thing.
But wasn't that a comedy though?
Due South, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Twin Peaks.
John, I
used
figured
to
out.
watch Twin Peaks. That was a good show.
Never seen it.
Picket Fences.
All right.
That show was hilarious.
What'd you figure out here?
You need to give me perms if I want to use lumberjack.
Oh. You're no perms. All right.
Me and Harry's going across the railroad tracks again. I'm sure we'll get stuck.
I gave him perms. He's good.
Ooh, he
I
flew
got
across
over this time.
Oh, well, see, I don't think my tractor goes fast enough.
It could be.
Mine only goes 25.
Oh, man. Well,
And Harry
actually,
just
we could mow
flew.
grass today.
Yeah, I'll mow grass. Come on, tractor, make it. Nope.
All right, because we're going to be waiting a little while on 32 to be herbicided. And actually, we might need to check
I
out
made it.
check the
Yay.
grapes too.
Ow. Yeah, grapes and olives.
Yeah, I don't know what we have to do for them.
I don't know when they harvest either, so.
Nitro, we are on Elm Creek 4X by Stevie. It's Fake Carson, Kimmy, and John today. That's Fake Carson, Roomba, and John today. Thank you. Jacob, what's going on, man? How you doing? Jacob, I'm driving something red. Rejoice. It's red. Doesn't happen very often anymore, you know? Just saying. That's okay. This is a modded Elm Creek, yes. So basically what Stevie did is he took Elm Creek, was in like the center of this, and then he expanded out around it to make it a 4X. So it's actually a really big map. But it feels very familiar, like Elm Creek everywhere. Now, even the center that was Elm Creek, he changed it up a little bit and kind of Stevie-fied it, I like to call it. So it's really cool. So hints like these giant fields, but like you still have the vibes of Elm Creek. So yeah, it is cool. It is cool. It is very cool. Yeah, it's a good time. Jacob, I gotta just leave that in the field after that. I'm glad I'm almost done driving this thing. Oh, and then we had sprayer collision out there. Hooray. I'll fix it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Do you know by any chance where my mower is parked?
Big M. It's down right by the original grass field.
Yes, I don't know what happened there Friday, but yeah, Stevie's Facebook or YouTube was undelete. They hit Shift Z or Control Z, and it's back now. Yeah.
It's down by the cow barns, right?
Probably.
Yeah, just north of 33, the 14, 15, 16 field.
The grass field, grass farm, I call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's going on? All right. All right. But yeah, it's a super cool map, and I'm a big fan personally. So there's that. All right, so I gotta get those guys going again, so that maybe someday we can. Yeah, that's a problem, huh? A little friendly there with sprayers, but it's.
Oh, is the grass ready?
We did fast time one day earlier
Yes.
today, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's ready.
I mean, you want this field? I'll go do the big one.
Yeah, I'll do this one.
All right. Hopefully, we don't lag too much with the mowing, but it'll be all right. All right. So you got to go here. To start. Okay, hold on. We got to do that better, chat. We're better than that. You're better. All right, go. You go there. Oh. Okay, go from here. You should be able to go from here, right, buddy? Come on. There you go. It's one problem running sprayers, multiple sprayers in the field on course play. Sometimes, cause some issues, but that's okay. All right, so they're back to fertilizing. They should be another 8 minutes and they'll be done. Hopefully they don't run out, but they might again. The never-ending process, y'all. That's okay. All right, so we want to get this guy going over yonder. The old J here will not paint it. What's that called? Wash it. Nice and clean. We like our clean sprayers. Go ahead and set that up for 32 as well. We're going to put 2 in that field again. Because why not? This time they'll both be self-propelled. Gonna run kind of the same course. Okay. Kind of, but not really. Rather not start that quite yet. I think I'm gonna let the other guys finish before I start the self-propelleds. Probably a good idea. Let's see. We're picking up our grass, right? I believe. All right. We copy this course into here. And we've got these set up. We'll get to them in a minute. And I also need to fertilize 31, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I need to check the... Okay, so I need to... Oh, what's it called? Mulch? And subsoil? I don't know if I need to fertilize too. Actually. Let's try fertilizing. For some reason, and I know it's a precision thing, but I can't really, like, get this to ever actually use fertilizer on the grapes. Like, it'll change the state on the map. That's not right. Something's right there. It'll change the state on the map. But that's all it'll do. It won't actually, like, use any fertilizer, and it could just be because of precision. It's just wonky. So noted, don't grow grapes with precision. It just doesn't turn out very well. Like, it kind of works, but kind of doesn't at the same time. So let's watch. Is this actually going to use any fertilizer? No. But on the map, when the map updates here in a second, see, it shows no fertilizer on the map. But it's changing the state behind me, but it's not using anything. So it's like, is it actually fertilizing, or...
Get out of your vehicle and check.
But it's precision, it doesn't work.
Oh.
I mean, it says nitrogen's perfect, but it also says that everywhere, I believe. I don't know. So I'll just let it run. It says my pH is bad. And see, it also says my nitrogen is perfect everywhere. So I don't know. It's just broken. It does not like,
I don't know. The one time I did, and that was in 19. I don't think well, or maybe it was grapes a thing in 19?
No.
Okay. So it must have been when 22 first come out. You know, I was excited for grapes, and I planted lots and lots of grapes, and I could never get them fertilized 100% after that first time, because and don't know when to fertilize them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's twice a year that you have to fertilize them. And I watched video after video, YouTube tutorials on grapes, and mine never 100% fertilized again. And yeah, it was just, I finally said, no, I'm not going to do this.
Yep. I don't blame you. I mean, we're still getting a decent yield off these, even if they're not fertilized all the way. I know that first time that we harvested like this, a full field here, we did get like almost 100,000 liters.
Yeah.
The next time we only got like 50,000 liters. So that first time might have actually been fertilized correctly is what I'm getting, like what I'm thinking.
Right.
But I'm not totally sure on that. It's all good. But I would think it would use the fertilizer in the sprayer, if nothing else. I don't know. I'm going to go try the grapes or the olives too. We'll see what they do.
Well, now the olives probably shouldn't have to fertilize them because you just planted them, so they should be 100% fertilized.
Okay. I'll go over there and check them. I have a conveniently placed tiny tractor over there, which has a conveniently placed sprayer on it. Now see, again, it's saying our nitrogen is good. Perfect. But our pH value is bad, but I can't do anything about that. But I bet if I do the same thing here with said tractor, and we mark that, and we do this, and we do that, do this, it's probably going to do the same thing where it doesn't look like it's fertilizing, but, or like it's not using any. That is a lot of olives, by the way. I'm going to regret this so much at oh, buddy.
Harvest time?
At harvest time, yeah. And the worst part is I can't really delete them either. I can, but I have to go into single player to delete them. So, across the network from the computer in the basement. It's a whole thing. It was really awkward that one time I did it, but whatever. Oh, wait. Oh, these were using fertilizer, and then once it actually got in the field, it stopped. So,
looks like it's using fertilizer to me.
Oh, it's at 399. So now this field does look darker on the map, though. This field actually does look like it's fertilized. Yeah, that's the dark. Okay, so I don't need to fertilize these, though. These are good. All right. These are double ferted right now. That's good. So we're going to have quite the olive harvest, I would assume.
That'll be fun, especially with a non-modded olive harvester.
You mean like 5 of them? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Should be a great time. All right, we can start this. And probably start this right behind it. Hope they don't get in too much of a tangled mess. We'll send this to the homestead because we're done with it for now. And I'll grab the other one and go do the next field. That's the plan, chat. Be a lot of canola out here. I mean, it won't be because canola's low yield, but like it will be at the same time. So that's good. Or something like that. I need to dump off that fertilizer somewhere. I didn't think about that. I gotta come back. Can I not set nation? See if we can get him to drive up here. And we can give him the, or no, I need fertilizer. Yeah, never mind. Need fertilizer. I'm dumb. All right. You go back on your auto drive, buddy. We have the tanker of fertilizer sitting up here. That's what it is. I was thinking I was herbicide, but no, I need to fertilize. First. Are they both set to go to their first waypoint? Okay. Taking very different paths. It's kind of interesting. Whatever. All right. I need to fertilize this. What is this? 31. 29 does not need to be fertilized because it is soy. That's good. Gotta love them non-nitrogen using soybeans, right? Love it. All right. Fill this up. And we're gonna need ourselves some GPS. Why not? And I'm gonna go ahead and shift lines because I'm the only one spraying in this particular field. And meanwhile, they have gone from seeding to knocking down grass. Let's see. We have 6.3 billion, but little grass never hurt, right?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Especially when you have as many cows as you do.
I was thinking about putting a second barn in.
Oh, good grief.
Well, if I want to get to $1 million a day,
True.
milk, manure, and slurry, that's a great way to get there, you know? Just saying. I just don't know where I would put it. Because there's really not room at the current cow farm for where that patch is.
You could get one of the flat build your own spots.
Yeah, I just don't know where. There's really no more like south besides like there, so we'd have to go like up north somewhere. We haven't really ventured off into the Northlands yet, so we're really playing like kind of inside the highway loop right now, outside of like plot 88 up there, that big grass area. Otherwise, we're kind of staying inside the highway here, south and east of the highway. Better close my tanks. I don't want all my fertilizer to spill out. Because that's a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all, for the record.
Just like water on railroader.
Right.
Have your water sloshing out.
Uh-huh. Because that's definitely a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. Not at all. That's okay. It's fine. It'll buff. So I wonder how many days this dumpster's going to be in front of my house.
Did first time say anything?
I didn't talk to him when he was here, no. He must have had to get back to where he didn't look real happy when he left, but they're also kind of going, well, they're kind of going through it at work a little bit. Him and Dad both. You know, when you have new owners, they do things the way they want to do things, and the new owners don't really have any experience. They've been in business in the lawn care, in the lawn, like lawn and garden business. They've only been in business a couple years. Before that, they were into like mowing lawns and taking care of lawns and stuff. So like, okay, that's fine, but as far as like setting pricing and, you know,
right.
realizing that you need to take care of your core customers, and like your big commercial accounts need to be taken care of. You need to give them better prices, and, you know, you need to have the things that they need, you know, and there's just a lot of things that, you know, Dad and First Time have been doing at work for 20 years, and they come in and go, oh, we don't want to do it that way. And Dad and First Time are kind of really kind of struggling with it all, you know. And, you know, they have a lot of customers that have stopped buying from them because their prices are too high.
Yeah.
And other lawn and garden shops in town, like, were notorious for having high prices, and nobody ever went to them because of their high prices. Well, their prices are actually better now than, like, say, the place where Dad and First Time are working.
That's not good.
It's killing Dad, honestly. He really just hates to see the way a doll is going. I know one of these days he's just gonna say he's done and, like, stop working.
I'm done.
And he doesn't really need to work. He just, it's something to do a couple days a week. You know, it's good for him mentally to have something to get up and go do. But their whole thing is margins, margins, margins. And it's, okay, margins are great, but volume can also pay the bills. And when you're doing big volume and you're selling parts at a little bit cheaper than the guys across town, you're making your customers happy. You know, and they can't see that volume can pay the bills too. And it's kind of interesting because, like, whenever a customer says something or, you know, whatever, their reason for the whole thing is, well, that's not our customer. And it's like, well, you keep making all these people mad, you're not going to have any customers.
Exactly.
And it's like, you gotta pump the brakes on this a little bit. You know, like, even just the organization of the parts, you know, in the parts room where Dad works, you know, over the years, they've reorganized and reorganized that place several times, and they had a system that worked. And everybody that worked there knew the system. Well, the new guys came in, and they're just taking stuff off shelves and like, oh, we're going to do it this way, but they don't ever finish the job, and then they're not putting in the computer where the thing is, because in the computer it should tell you the bin location where the part is.
Right.
And they're not doing that. So they're just standing there going, well, I don't know where the parts are. They're here somewhere. That's not very professional. So it's a whole show, and it's just...
And that makes it hard to order parts, too, because you don't know what you have.
Well, in the computer, it tells you what you have.
Oh, well, true. I guess that's
tells you quantities, but then, like, they're ordering, like, somebody will come in and special order something that they've never sold before, and so they'll order 5 of them. And Dad's like, well, why are you ordering 5 of this? Well, somebody ordered one the other day.
Well,
okay, so you order him 1. It's not a common part. You don't need to stock 5, because now you're having to pay for that, and it might be 5 years before you get your money back out of that. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
You know, stock your common stuff. Don't stock this one-off random weird stuff that nobody needs but once a year. Don't do that. That's just, yeah, they're really struggling, and the biggest problem that I see with the whole thing is they're not even, like, even a slight bit considering that Dad and First Time both have, you know, years of experience, and they're not talking to them, and it's their way or the highway, basically.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's Dad and First Time are really struggling with it right now.
That's too bad, too.
Yeah. Hi, Trent. So it's really unfortunate, but yeah, I could just see Dad saying, no, he's done one of these days. It wouldn't surprise me at all, because he's even kind of talked about it already with me. Like, he might just have to be done one of these days. It's just not worth it. And then, you know, they got people that have no experience at all